Booth at Citizens Bank Park. Brandon Gaughan alongside Jeff Francoeur. So yesterday washed out, but the Braves still come in here riding a 7-game win streak, Jeff, and 9 games up on the Philadelphia Phillies.
Well, the only thing that could stop the Braves was the rain last night from that offense going back out there. But so far, you've had numerous times this year where they've been so good offensively, and right now that's what they've continued to do. See the most home runs and highest on-base percentage in the MLB, and they've got another current 7-game win streak. They've won 14 to 16. So this team right now, even though the rain happened yesterday, I got a feeling they're going to come out and put it together tonight.
And on the pitching front, you got A.J. Smith-Shawver, who will be moved to tomorrow. So Bryce Elder starts today in the series finale against Philadelphia. And look, we've said it time and time again, but he has just been so consistent for the Braves.
That's been the word for him, consistent. He's gone out there every start, giving you a chance to win the ball game, going 6, even into the 7-some. And look at that on the road, 3-0 with a 1.76. Be interested. He's never faced this lineup today for the Phillies, so it should be a good matchup. And I'll tell you what, it should be a good game with Nola on the other side.
Yeah, Aaron Nola going for Philadelphia against Bryce Elder for the Atlanta Braves. From Philadelphia, we will have the last game of the series for you when we get back right here on Valley Sports. Delta Airlines. Keep climbing. Overcast skies, but no precipitation as we get you ready for the Braves and the Phillies here at Citizens Bank Park. Let's get you the lineup for the Atlanta Braves, presented by your local Toyota dealer. Ronald Acuna at the top. This is how the Braves were going to line it up yesterday when the game got rained out, with Rosario back in there playing left field and batting seventh. And several of these guys, Jeff, have had a lot of success against Aaron Nola in their careers.
Well, yeah, you look at 1, 3, and 4 for the Braves. It's been pretty incredible when you think about Ronald, what he's been able to do. What he's been able to do to Nola, Riley, and Ozuna, phenomenal numbers off it too. And you can see 13 home runs combined for those three guys. And against a guy like Nola, second most innings in baseball since 18. Those are darn good work.
And Riley and Ozuna accounted for supposed to reach 70 here. It's very unorthodox for the second day of summer.
Definitely probably not a lot of people laying out at the Jersey Shore today.
No. Had a lighter crowd than you would normally expect. Last night was supposed to be a near sellout, but that will be made up in September, on September 11th, as part of a doubleheader next time the Braves are back here in Philadelphia. And Aaron Nola deals to Acuna out to right center. Nola deals to Acuna out to right center. Heading over there is Marsh, and he's got it on the run to rob Ronald of possible extra bases, and there's one away.
Well, it's funny. I think Marsh was looking at Castellanos like, you could have got that. It just was kind of slicing to him. And I think this wind's going to be a little bit of a factor on some of these balls to the outfield today.
And it's much gustier than it was here 2 nights ago. Now Ozzie Albies, who has found a home in that second spot in the order, with Matt Olson moving down to the 5th slot. And clearly that's a formula that's working, Jeff, so Brian Snitker's going to stick with it.
Well, I was telling somebody the other day, as long as Ozzie doesn't get on one of those strikeout barrages, he's the perfect 2-hole hitter. Switch hitter, can do a lot with the bat, great speed.
Down the right field line, home run distance, but this is going well foul.
And I think you look at Matt Olson, he's going to be more of your prototypical 4 or 5 hole hitter. You know, a lot of power. He's going to strike out a little bit, but walk. So I actually think this is the perfect little construction of the lineup.
Ozzie was 1 for 5, drove in a run here a couple of nights ago. A couple of foul balls. And it's 1-2. So Aaron Nola on the mound. He just turned 30 a couple of weeks ago. He's had an interesting 2023. I mentioned the start May 25th at Truist Park. He's had some good games, some bad. Riley, who has had so much success against Nola in his career, grounds out to third there. And it is a 1-2-3, 8-pitch top of the first. Yeah. Oh, one pitch, one out. Let's get you the lineup presented by your local Toyota dealer. Behind Schwarber, Trey Turner strolling to the dish. It is a powerful lineup that at times has had its issues this year, but you know, Jeff, there is a lot of pop 1 through 9.
Yeah, probably the other lineup that you would think maybe the deepest in the National League with the Braves right now. A lot of power. Trey Turner starting to hit again.
Takes a strike right there from Elder.
Schwarber hits well in June.
Man, he loves the money. The June.
He does.
Hopefully won't have anything to do here against the Braves. Rounding out to start the ball game off, and now Turner quickly down here, 0-2. That came in and hit Turner, so it got away from Elder. And a break for the Philadelphia shortstop.
Him on the elbow, huh?
I thought it clipped his left arm, but got the right. That is the 5th batter this year that Elder has hit. That's the first batter that he's plunked since May 24th, so it's been a while.
Bad break. He was going in there for that pitch to show to set that slider up away. Just got a little too far in on Turner.
Castellanos to Riley. Riley will get the lead runner. And the Braves get 2. Boy, that is a tough double play to turn on a slow tapper to Riley. There is no challenge, and we go to the 2nd inning.
Sometimes a box is more than a box, like the limited edition Star Spangled Big Bow Box, supporting military and first responder families with scholarships through Folds of Honor. So feed the fam and the future today with a Big Bow Box. It's bow time.
Just when they thought, hey, we're turning a corner, and they have turned a corner, they've been playing much better.
Well, if you're down there in that dugout and you're one of the players for the Phillies, you tell yourself, I mean, there's nothing we can do as far as, yeah, you can beat Atlanta when your head's up, but you also know that last year you went in as the last wild card team, made it all the way to the World Series. So, you know, I'm not saying anything is impossible, but at the same time, you're like, we got to keep playing. If, you know, you might not catch them. Doesn't matter what you do.
Yeah, they remember last year. The Braves turned it around. Philadelphia with a big turnaround after firing Joe Girardi, turning it over to Rob Thompson, and then they would sneak it in and all the way to the final day of the season against the Houston Astros. There's Rob, second season. Obviously was named the interim coach to begin with, and then when you go to the World Series, you get that interim tag removed and you get a contract.
I remember someone, they were having this discussion because they didn't name a manager until after the season when they gave us stuff, and I wonder if they'll bring him back. I'm thinking, well, if they don't, I don't know who's going to want to come here and manage.
Yeah, you get all the way to the end, you deserve it. 2-2 pitch.
And all those years in New York and the experience that he's had, you know, you can tell the guys like him. The guys play hard for him.
Marcell Ozuna hit a home run off of Aaron Nola May 25th at Truist. Hit 4 homers off of him in his career. And here we got a battle brewing with a 3-2 count. Boy, some guy just made a sensational one-handed catch here in the second deck.
Was impressive, wasn't it?
And he had the second hand free, but he just wanted to show off and did it well.
He knew he had it.
Well, this will be an 8-pitch at bat. Look at this. Oh, he had the phone in the other hand.
Kind of big leagued it too, didn't he?
He did.
Just
ho-hum.
Not a big deal. Gives it to the kid. Love it.
Another foul. So 5 foul balls in this at bat. Second inning shaping up differently than the first. The first inning was a 7-minute inning with 13 pitches combined between both teams.
Get that for 9 with a little 1-0 Braves time to get out of here.
You got something going on in Cincinnati.
You never know.
Payoff pitch again, and how about 6 foul balls in this at bat?
Nola even went a little bit extra there. Dial that one up at 95, and Marcell was able to foul it off.
But Marcell hitting cleanup here because of his success against Aaron Nola. But right now it is just a slew of foul balls.
It's funny too, Nola's kind of staying away from that changeup right here. It's going fastball, curveball. And you can see he's shooting the fastball into the Phillies dugout. So the last thing you want to do is hang him something.
11th pitch of the at bat here. And what a great at bat it is for Marcell Ozuna. He's the first base runner today for the Braves.
And that's a perfect example too. Towards the end there, that pitch clock was down to 3, then 2, and Nola kind of had to go. And that's where, you know, the talk was pitchers not having a timeout. You get in a long battle like that, it's a lot tougher for that pitcher to continue to do that than the hitter.
So Nola threw 8 pitches in the first inning. He just had 11 pitches in that at bat to Marcell Ozuna. And now Matt Olson. Olson the other way off the end of his bat. And into the glove of Kyle Schwarber.
Let me tell you right now, I'm going to make a prediction before this game's over today. Someone's going to botch a fly ball.
Just because of the wind?
Absolutely. It's hard. You like that ball right there. Schwarber started coming hard in, and then it kind of carried to him. He tends to swirl here, too.
Yeah, you played here in 2015. And this is always talked about as a hitter's park, and I'm sure you felt that way as well.
Well, it was, unless you were coming up to face Cole Hamels, Roy Halladay, and Cliff Lee. It turned into a little bit of a pitcher's park.
Travis d'Arnaud starting again. Sean Murphy still out with a tweaked hamstring. We've seen Sean out the last couple of days before the game, working out, trying to get things loose. No official word on if he'll return to the Cincinnati series, but of course that's the hope.
And you figure today's not a good day to play him, man. This early game, cold like this.
A ball and 2 strikes to the Braves catcher. Yeah, good eye by d'Arnaud, and the count evens up. So second start of the year for Nola against Atlanta, but certainly no stranger to the Braves in his career. 33rd start against Atlanta. 32 of those in the regular season. And then game 3 last year in the NLDS. That the Phillies won 9-1. Fastball misses outside.
You know, it's 2 things. That ball definitely was a little bit off, but I definitely think he caught Travis a little bit by surprise on that pitch. But definitely off the plate.
Swung and missed, and down goes d'Arnaud. First strikeout of the afternoon for Aaron Nola.
And see, we talked before, that's the pitch to me that he's got away from, and he's elevated that fastball more. If you're a right-handed hitter, that pitch he just struck d'Arnaud out on, that's the tough one. It's what Elder threw to get Castellanos to ground the double play. Down, sinking in. It's tough to get any elevation on it.
Now Eddie Rosario, who didn't start here a couple of nights ago, but he did come off the bench and had a single and a double after he replaced Kevin Pillar. What a tear Eddie Rosario has been in. Prior to that game the other night, he had hit 5 homers in his last 4 contests.
The nice thing, though, too, Brandon, is he's also getting base hits the other MVs, too. Just kind of an all or nothing. That average has climbed up. OPS has climbed up. That's the thing, you look at his numbers there on the bottom. He'll take that every day of the week.
Absolutely. 8 of his homers now have come in the month of June. Ooh, Nola thought he had strike 3.
So did Real Muto. You see him starting to walk away.
Home plate umpire Ramon de Jesus making it a 1-ball 2-strike count. Those 8 homers in June for Eddie. Only one player in Major League Baseball has more homers this month, and that's some guy named Ohtani with 9 of them.
Yeah, it's okay to be behind that.
Not bad company. You saw him the other night against the Dodgers out in L.A. Eddie reaches for it and fouls it down the first base line.
Yeah, he's must-see TV, man. Every single person in that place, every time he came up, whether it was the Dodgers, Angels, they were standing to watch him hit.
And Braves fans will have a chance to do that at Truist Park in early August when they come in for 3.
That's the thing. It's like you want to see him pitch, but then it's the Braves guy, you don't want to see him pitch, right?
Eddie skies this on the infield. See how much the wind impacts it. Wow. What a play by Clemens.
I said someone would botch it. It almost happened.
Almost. The wind swirling. Clemens still Chilly and windy here on June 22nd in Philadelphia. On to the bottom of the second. Elder back to work against the cleanup hitter Bryce Harper.
I don't know whose shoes are brighter, Bryce or Eddie in left field.
Ooh. You got the orange of Eddie against the green of Bryce.
Yeah.
Now see, Bryce accents it with those batting gloves. Oh, maybe a
wow.
generous strike call there from Ramon de Jesus. That prompts Bryce to step out. I'm going to go with Eddie's are a little brighter because of the orange.
Look at those things.
Can't miss him.
Matches well with the uni.
I do like and have always liked the powder blue Phillies unis. And I like when Harper bounces innocently to Matt Olson at first. And there's one away.
Hey, let's take a look at June with Bryce Elder, what he's kind of done, Brandon. Pitch mix wise, the fastball 237. You see the slider 217, but you see the slug on the slider. Those are the one pitch we'd say that he has spun it a little bit, hung it, and hasn't got it back. But still, that's the one right there. If he's got that down in the zone, bottom part, with that fastball, he's going to get exactly what he's got so far today, and that's 3 ground balls.
And curious to see if he can get that slider back to form, because the numbers through the first 11 starts on that slider, Jeff, the batting average for opponents was about 150.
Yeah, and I don't mind it, going up some. Obviously, guys see you more, but it's the power off it that they're not missing it.
Facing JT Realmuto now, the catcher here. But Elder's ERA still second best in the National League. Only one better, Marcus Stroman of the Chicago Cubs. Two balls and 2 strikes to the Phillies catcher, who had a couple of hits the other night against Spencer Strider when the Braves won 4-2 on Tuesday. Philadelphia had plenty of hits in that game. They had 11 of them, but they were 1 for 12 with runners in scoring position. And Elder got him on the 2-2 pitch. First strikeout of the afternoon for the Braves right-hander.
Again, you love it. Location, location. That ball starts about bottom part of the zone, keeps tailing in off him. And with 2 strikes, you're going to get that type of swing because you're in protect mode. If that's a 2-0, 3-1 count, it's ball 4. Said he gets a good hitter to strike out.
And when he throws it there as a right-handed hitter, you can't really do anything with that, can you?
Can't do much with it, and it's hard to lay off. Most you do is pound that thing off your shin.
Now Bryson Stott, the second baseman. He's settling into a role as their everyday second baseman after mainly playing shortstop last year as a rookie, but now they have Trey Turner manning that spot this season. Two-1 from Elder. 2 balls and 2 strikes. He threw it by him.
See if he goes right back up there, tries to climb the ladder on him. Or he's going to throw that slider.
But a miss down. Stott able to lay off of it.
With the wind like this is the time I like coming back with that fastball here. Make him put it in play.
Hit hard to center. Harris charging, though, as that ball was knuckling. Not an easy. Let's take a look at our Coors Light beating the pressure features. We go to the third inning. Orlando Arcia and Michael Harris. Look at the success they've had since June 7th, Jeff, against right-handed pitching.
Yeah, and Harris has raised his average 86 points in the last 2 weeks. And I like Arcia. His average dipped below 300 on May 30th. And since then he's hit 422. It's like time to get it back up.
Just keeps on providing for the Braves. So far, the Braves without a hit. The only base runner through the first 7 batters was that walk to Ozuna. And Nola grooves a fastball there, 0-1.
Talking about the wind playing tricks on you, even on that line drive to Michael Harris, you could tell how much it started slicing and going down. Good play by Michael.
And it is whipping, as you can see with the flags there here at Citizens Bank Park.
This feels like a late April, early May game here. Not like you said, second day of summer.
It's very uncharacteristic. The weather in Cincinnati going to be cool again tomorrow, and then it should start to warm up. Braves go for 3 in Cincinnati against the red-hot Reds. This one fouled down the right field line, stays 1-2.
Yeah, 11 in a row. Leading that division.
The NL Central, the AL Central, neither of them have impressive records, but yes, the Reds right now leading on the Central side of the National League. Meanwhile, the Twins are leading the AL Central, and they're below 500.
At least the Reds are, what, 40 and 35.
Arcia gets into this down the left field line. And it's tailing, and it's foul. Well, maybe the wind just enough gust to push that left of the foul pole.
100% that wind had it just. Between catching,
My goodness.
Between catching it out front. Yeah, because Orlando, honestly, he kind of looked for second, and then he rounded first like it was gone. I think they had to tell him it was foul.
Off the bat, it looked like it was definitely going to stay fair, and then this got a bit of that breeze.
That was a hanging changeup.
Would have been his 7th homer of the year. Instead, he hits the next one about -1 foot, and Real Muto tries to tag him out, but it's a foul ball.
That's how it usually works.
Braves have already fouled off 18 pitches through the first 8 batters here against Aaron Nola. Good job laying off that. 2-2. Eighth pitch of the at-bat. And the count runs full. Arcia on a high hop to Bohm. Well, instead of a potential solo homer, it's a ground out to third base, and there's 1 out.
Now 3-2 came with that sinker again, a little bit and down, and got Orlando to roll over.
Now the 9th man of the order, Michael Harris.
Stop looking at the scoreboard, just think, one hit at a time, and now his
Harris O'Reilly for a year or two is going to be better off for it, knowing I went through 6 weeks of just not playing good baseball, but I made adjustments, got it back, and now he's rolling.
And Brian Snitker, we talked about Ozzie batting second, Olsen fifth. Brian Snitker was said, hey, now that Harris is starting to hit better, do you move him up? And he said, no, I kind of like him in the 9 hole.
Again, as his career gets going, he's going to move up, but where they're at right now, it's perfect.
Left center. Schwarber over, the wind blowing it his direction. 2 away. Now let's see who's hot, presented by Texas Pete. And we spotlight the man coming to the plate right now in Ronald Acuna. You look at last year's numbers versus this year, just night and day.
Yeah, well, his on-base percentage is up over 50 points from last year, but his OPS 200 points higher, and his strikeouts are way down. Again, he looks healthy and like a different player.
He is on pace, by the way, for 68 stolen bases. The Braves record all time, 72 by Otis Nixon back in the 91 season.
It'd be fun to kind of get late in the season and take a little watch on that.
Absolutely. Plus, he's likely to be chasing possibly a 40-40 season, maybe a 30-60 season. The 30-60 has never been done.
There's a lot of cards on the table.
Yep. He's going to be in some rare air by the end of this year. That one misses outside. 2-1 here. Ground ball to short. Turner charges and takes care of Acuna and the Braves in the top of the third. On to the bottom. Three, Brandon Gott and Jeff Francoeur, Kelly Kroll with you at Citizens Bank Park in a scoreless ball game. A hitless ball game as well. There's been a walk and a hit batsman. Those are the only base runners so far. Alec Bohm leads it off and takes a strike. To the left side, this will be a long throw for Arcia, but he made it, and he made it look easy.
Hey, Lion Bowman ain't slow by any means, and he threw him out by 6-7 feet. And again, one of the strongest arms in baseball. You know, that was one of the things, remember, when he was at second base when Ozzie was out last year. Remember Matt Olson kind of saying, I had to kind of tell him sometimes, slow it down coming over from second. And right there you could see him able to show off the arm and the athleticism.
Jumping in the air like that. Phenomenal play. Now Cody Clemens. This is a foul ball that hit him in the box.
It's one thing I think when the shift was taken away or limited, put it that way, you still got guys playing, trying to play up the middle, but limited, you're able to see the athleticism of some of these infielders come back. Plays like that if you were playing Bohm normally, probably hit right to where Arcia was.
Just from a broadcaster's perspective, but also a fan's perspective, I have really enjoyed the no shift.
I love it. Look, and you can still, how many times do you see, like, look right now where Orlando's playing. It's not a shift. It's a shade. You're shaded that way. But again, I like it too.
That one misses high. 3 balls and a strike here to Cody Clemens. To the right side, and Ozzie gobbles that one up on at first. Well, Bryce Elder, he induces a lot of ground balls, and that's the case here. Already 5 of them. Here's a quick message from Delta.
Braves country. Fast, free Wi-Fi is rolling out. Enjoy with a free Sky Miles membership. Delta, official airline of the Atlanta Braves.
And now Brandon Marsh. He soaks his hair in water before every game, if you're wondering why it always looks sopping wet, by the way.
Did we get a why he does that, or just?
I think he just doesn't like it flopping, gives a little more weight, keeps it down.
Likes looking like a pro wrestler out there.
I mean, it looks like he took a bath in Crisco. Ooh, strike at the top of the zone there for Elder. And Marsh is the kid, if you remember when the Phillies were playing in Atlanta, we told you he is from Buford High School. Won a state title there as a junior in 2015 with the Wolves.
He's had a good run here in Philly since he came over from Anaheim.
Another ground ball. There's the first hit of the game as that gets by Olson. And 1 on with 2 out here in the bottom of the 3rd.
He was trying to go in, I think, a little more than that, and the ball crept back over. But another ball that, again, it's a base hit, but it's on the ground. Said it, he's got 5 ground balls today, 6 of the 8 outs actually, because of the ground ball with that double play to Castellanos.
Top of the order in Kyle Schwarber. Well, the ground ball rate for Bryce Elder, almost 57%, and that's the 5th highest in Major League Baseball among starters. Now you deal to a guy who doesn't hit a lot of ground balls. He's feast or famine this year. Schwarber's hitting 190, but he has 20 home runs. One to him is a little bit high.
How many leadoff hitters hitting 190?
You and I were discussing that. Peter and I talked about it the other day. You would think Trey Turner batting in the 2-hole would be the more normal leadoff hitter.
Yeah, I mean, for 190, Schwarber shows you how much he walks, too. He's got a 332 on base percentage. But
fouls this out of play.
You know, like anything, sometimes you go with, you know, when the team got hot last year, you know, it was kind of when Schwarber moved to that leadoff spot. And so you say, you know what, it worked. Well, I keep doing it. It's like the year the Braves moved Ronald to 3 or 4 after Freddie to start the year, and about a month and a half then they moved back to lead off, and one of the first at bats bomb, and it's like all right, we'll keep him here.
Schwarber has hit everywhere 1 through 5 in the lineup this year, but he has been only hitting leadoff since June 2nd. As you're talking about, they've started to warm up and play better baseball.
It's a little bit like Ronald. You know, Ronald gets on obviously at a higher clip, but with Schwarber, first pitch you throw, if you don't make a quality pitch, it's going to be a home run.
2 down, 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Schwarber down on strikes, of the Phillies the first 10 batters he's faced. The Braves have swung 28 times against Nola so far. They've only missed once. A lot of foul balls. Twice.
I love when that happens.
0-2. Well, it's better than doing it with 2 strikes.
Sure, there's at least one person that's already put on Twitter. Shut up, Brandon.
You know, if it's an interesting stat like that, you just try to get it in.
That's what you say. You know, it's our job to get a stat. We're not the one that threw or swung the bat.
It's not often you see that a team has swung 27 times and only missed once.
And now twice.
But yeah, 21 foul balls for the Braves after that last foul ball off the bat of Ozzie. And make it 22. But that's where the numbers are different so far this year for Nola. He hasn't been able to punch guys out when he's been ahead in the count.
Yeah, I felt like it had gotten better, though, because if you look at his last 3 starts, it's 12, 7, and 9. But at the same time, you know, you wonder sometimes all those innings. Again, I said second most innings pitched since 18 was outside of Garrett Cole.
Ozzie puts it in play, but Turner throws across for the first out. And now here is Austin Riley. Had a solo homer on Tuesday. Grounded out back in the first to third. Speaking of Nola, it'd be interesting to see what happens with him after this year. He's in the final year of a 4-year deal, and the extension talks this past offseason went nowhere.
Well, you wonder. They, set a
against him coming into the day. But guys, you'll love his answer when I said, "What you got on Nola?" And he goes, Kelly, just see ball, hit ball. I can't give you all my secrets, but he has something on him, guys.
Well, he hit it hard there. We're going to say Bohm caught it. And on the transfer lost it, so it's a line out. No chance at a double play.
Well, guys, we sit there and talk about it. Well, could you imagine back at the end of April when we all flew to Miami thinking about this guy hitting cleanup? I mean, what he's been able to do has been incredible. He hit it hard there. Right at him.
I think the concern was, would Marcell Ozuna be in the lineup at all when we got a couple of weeks after into May, and then he turned it around. But robbed there by Bohm at third, and they'll bring up Matt Olson.
It really ended up being big, too, because you think about it, Brandon, when Darno went down, now Murphy's kind of had a little bit, so to be able to rely on him to be that DH is kind of what you were hoping to have.
Matt Olson hit a towering home run down the right field line on Tuesday night. He's 1 for 5 in the series. .65 pitches right now for the Phillies righty.
Yeah, not a lot to show for it on the scoreboard, but as you said, they've fouled off a lot and working that pitch count up. Where Elder on the other side, I think somewhere in the mid-30s through 3 innings.
36 pitches so far for Bryce Elder. 2-2 to Olsen. Slaps it foul the other way. Matt Olsen may want to look at real estate in the Philadelphia area, because in this ballpark, in 14 games, he has 8 homers in his career.
Yeah, he has done well. I remember when he came into this, he had played, I think, 6 games with Oakland and had like 4 home runs right off the bat.
And he's worked the count full here, 3-2 with Riley down at first base.
Center field here plays pretty normal. You know, you got to hit it out there to the bullpen. That where you get away with is left field and right field kind of. You know, you can just drive line drives out of here. That's the key.
Runner goes on the 3-2, and it misses. So Riley will be at second, Olsen at first, and Travis d'Arnaud will come to the plate for Atlanta. And he is the feature of our Blue Moon bright spot over the last 10 games. What he's been able to provide for this Braves offense, Jeff, pretty good.
And you see the record 9-1. He's got more walks than Ks. And against the NL East this year, hitting at a .462 clip.
Meeting on the mound here with 2 on and 2 out in the top of the 4th inning.
Like anything, give him a little bit of a rest here, but probably a reset too. You know, we talked about him being prone to the long ball. Last thing with Elder, the way he's throwing on the mound. You know, the Braves with the rainout last night got a rested bullpen. Home run could get interesting as we see Nola's pitch count there. 69 pitches already here in the 4th.
And he is a guy that talked about all the innings that Nola has thrown over the last few seasons. He has given the Phillies 6 or more innings in 12 straight starts. And that's the longest active streak in Major League Baseball. Trying to get out of the 4th here as he deals to Travis d'Arnaud. d'Arnaud, the lone strikeout victim so far of Nola, swinging and missing back in the 2nd, and swinging and missing there. 1-1. And 2 balls and a strike as the cutter misses outside.
That's the thing too right now, like he's missing enough there where you're not getting a hitter to chase that. So now you're down 2-1 in the count, you know, and you got to be a little more aggressive on a pitch over the zone.
That one does clip the corner to even things up. Braves trying to bring in the first run of the ball game here in the top of the 4th. Nola deals and the count is full. Eddie Rosario would be next.
Anytime today he's had to make a pitch, for the most part he's gone to that fastball, trying to keep it low and see if he tries to run it in here and get Travis to roll over.
Well, 25 pitches this inning for Nola as he deals the payoff. And d'Arnaud fouls it back our way. They went with that fastball.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh.
It's funny with this wind today, I don't know if he feels comfortable with that curveball, because you've not seen a lot. You've seen more cutters to these Braves hitters than you have that knuckle curve.
Runners will go again. Here's the 3-2. And d'Arnaud bounces it foul. That was the knuckle curve.
It was there, yep. But you wonder with it kind of dry and windy out there.
It's been a pretty raw day. Temperatures in the 60s and no sunshine to speak of. d'Arnaud to right center. But Castellanos is over, had him played perfectly, and the Braves strand 2, and it's still goose eggs on the board here at Citizens Bank Park. But
hit the boiler.
Thanks for getting those for us last night, partner.
You got to train yourself better, man.
Yeah. You know, the rookie's still learning. Bryce Elder back to work, facing 2-3-4 in the Phillies order. So as you taught us, Jeff, the opposing clubhouse here, there's a guy that is making cheesesteaks for every team that comes in here, and they take down a lot of them.
Oh, Kevin, Eric, those guys down there, they do a great job.
This is hammered but foul, thankfully, off the bat of Trey Turner.
So good.
Do they keep tallies on which team eats the most?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. When I was around the Braves, we killed it. You know, a lot of players have changed their eating habits a little bit now.
Yeah, I can assure you Spencer Strider has not had a cheesesteak here. That's not on the vegan diet.
Oh, yeah.
I know Riley, why he hit his home run the other night. He had one.
Yes, he did. And one of the 2 homers in this series, both of them coming from the Braves. Riley hit one to left on Tuesday, and then Olsen a deep shot to right. Both of them were high in the air. One-two from Bryce Elder. He bounces it in 2-2.
And you also got in the mini bar some with some M&Ms and stuff, so that probably didn't help.
There were 3 snacks that were a casualty last night at the hotel. That's correct. Another one that he smokes to left.
But there's a perfect example of that sinker we talk about. If he gets it in where he goes, that's the worst you do. You know, you can't keep that ball fair. Now, you know, he can open up that outside, whether it's that slide or even backdoor 2-seamer here.
And he slides that one down and out, and Turner did not chase. Turner, one of just 2 base runners for Philly in this game. And he's going to reach again. He got hit by a pitch in the first. Now he walks here to lead off the 4th. Castellanos, who grounded into the 5-4-3 double play in the first inning, will bat here in the fourth. There's a strike. Bryce so good this year getting ahead in the count, and now 10 first pitch strikes to the 12 hitters.
I wonder if you'd see Turner try to take off here in a minute with sinker baller and Castellanos, double play candidate.
Maybe Bryce thinking the same thing.
They caught him leaning. Yeah, I think he's gone right here.
Not going on this pitch, and it misses down and in. .12 stolen bases on the year for Trey Turner. Staying put again. Castellanos swings through it. Braves on a 7-game win streak. They've won 14 of their last 16. And the Phillies find themselves 9 games behind the NL East leaders here as we sit on June 22nd. And Castellanos is down on strikes.
Well, good pitch. Kept coming with that two-seamer. Worked the 1-1 almost straight down. That one had a little tail to it also. And again, that's either going to be a strike 3 or foul ball or ground ball double play. Perfect pitch.
Third strikeout for Bryce Elder. And now it's Bryce versus Bryce. Elder versus Harper.
The crazy thing with Harper this year, you see obviously great average, 299, but 184 plate appearances, only 3 home runs, and that's what you wonder if that power just with his injuries just not there.
I had the Tommy John surgery in November. Missed the first month of the season. Left center. Eddie coming in. Well, the guy with the green cleats hit it to the guy with the orange cleats.
It's hard too, I bet, for Bryce, a guy that is used to being out in the field all the time. Now you're kind of just you know, you hit, now you wait 45 minutes to hit again.
They talked about maybe working him into the rotation at first base, but he's only played 2 career games there. So after the walk to Turner, Elder gets the 2 outs, and now he checks back over to first base. Yeah, they've said for Bryce Harper, August 1st, probably the earliest you'd see him out in the field anywhere.
And then it'll probably be sporadically. Play a game, DH one.
But it is strange to look at the home run numbers and just how much they have fallen off. Real Muto struck out swinging in the second. Chops this foul.
And Bryce's been efficient with most of these hitters today, getting ahead early.
See if he can put the Phillies catcher away here and send us to the 5th. The 0-2 with a runner going. Well, perfect pitch to run on. And Turner into scoring position.
He picked a good one. Got a slider down in the dirt, but also if he was, you get thrown out, you give JT a new count. Now you got a guy in scoring position.
13th stolen bag of the year for Trey Turner. Bryce deals and able to lay off. Real Muto has it at 2-2. Deuce is on the board here. 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Arcia at short. Fires a strike to Matt Olson. Side retired. Runner stranded at second base. On to the 5th.
Produce, your role. And look at those shoes.
Look at those shoes. And single and a double off the bench on Tuesday, and now he's 0 for 1 today. He hit that ball that was popped in the air down the first base line that Clemens had to dive to grab.
With both pitchers, if they go out after the strike zone today, it's a tough day to hit today.
Fooled Eddie there. Change up 1-2.
Might have been his best pitch of the afternoon.
Yeah, so you didn't like this day as an outfielder, obviously, Jeff, and you didn't like a day like this as a hitter either.
No. It's not a lot of fun either way.
Two to Eddie. And he swings and misses. And there's 1 out here in the 5th. Well, Orlando Arcia, last at bat, he hit that ball. If it wasn't windy, Jeff, it would have been a homer down the left field line.
Well, we're going to show you here, and that's why Orlando needs to be a golfer, and he'd understand what you got to do with the wind. And you got to start the ball a little more out, but you can see, look, 6 feet it took off into the face and 8 going to left, and for sure enough, I mean, that's the difference of a ball that's doesn't even hit the foul pole. It's a lot farther over him. You can see that wind just took it at the end, and he just missed a solo shot.
You're going to have to talk to him about how you should hit that wedge.
Yeah, he flighted it down nice, the line drive. He didn't go high in the air. Just got to tell him you got to start it out a little more. You know, let the wind bring it back.
8 of the guys went on Monday and played golf here in
Obviously,
Philadelphia.
he wasn't one of them.
He was not one of them. That's right. Ran into Michael Harris, A.J. Minter, A.J. Smith-Shawver. Those were a few of the guys that played on Monday.
Michael Harris is hooked.
Yes, he is hooked. That is correct.
He's got the bug now.
And all those guys say he's somebody that whatever he picks up, ping pong, like he just becomes good at it.
Oh, because he's going to, I guarantee this offseason, he's going to log maybe the most rounds on this team. Him or maybe the guy pitching today in Bryce Elder. And they have no kids, too. That helps.
That helps you get some more time on the links. 1-2. This is back our way. Ooh, it just hit beneath our booth and then bounced all the way back down to the lower level.
Man.
One of the fans just looked up at you and said, come on, Frenchie, grab that ball.
Tough crowd here.
Tough crowd. There's a guy wearing a Braves hat. Another 1-2 here to Arcia. Oh, tried to stop. Just kind of a defensive swing. Back-to-back strikeouts for Nola. And here is the new golfer, Michael Harris. 0 for 1 with a flyout back in the 3rd.
He's even golfing out of here.
Something to get this offense going. This offense that has obviously been so potent the entire season, but right now it's a pitcher's duel between Nola and Elder.
If you're going to hit one out to right field today, it's got to be on a line. And it's going to be tough to get a high lofted ball out of here.
When the 8 guys went out to golf Monday, though, they had 4 two-man teams, played a scramble, and the winning team was Kevin Pillar and Bryce Elder.
Shocker.
Who is the best golfer of the group.
He should have had to play his own ball. Which makes you wonder if Pillar was teamed up with him. Is Kevin the worst of the 8, I would think? I would hope.
All I know is Kevin said, I was with Bryce and we won.
Yep, so probably.
Day off today for Kevin.
That's a good job laying off that changeup. If you remember when Michael was struggling, that was the pitch. Teams were just taking advantage. Change up, down. Change up, down. See, now he's seeing that pitch and spitting on it.
2-2. Grounder to first. Clemens has it. And it is another 1-2-3 inning. Rolling right along halfway home. If you weren't with us before the game, we talked about Brian Snitker opting to keep Bryce Elder in his starting spot today. A.J. Smith-Shawver was supposed to start yesterday in the rained-out game. He will begin the series tomorrow in Cincinnati.
I love that. You want a guy like Bryce right now in a nice role. You want him. You don't want to change too much.
Bryce coming off a very good start against Cincinnati, or Colorado rather, on Saturday. Got the win, went 6, gave up just 1 run and 4 hits in a 10-2 Braves victory. Eddie Rosario over to his right, and he'll reel that one in for the first out in the 5th. But Elder, then Smith-Shawver tomorrow, then Schuster on Saturday. And I think if you would have said in spring training that 3 was going to be lining up and the Braves were going to be 21 games over 500, not many people would have believed you.
I don't know if I'm still believing it. No, you're right. I mean, those guys have stepped up and done their job.
Second hit of the game for the Phillies as Alec Bohm knocks it out to left.
I mean, that's the difference, really, right? The Braves have had some young guys come up, and it's not like, they're throwing 7 innings of no-hit ball, but they've done a great job of keeping them in games, giving the offense a chance to win, and I think that's the noticeable difference. You see young guys on other teams come up. A lot of guys get knocked out 2nd, 3rd, 4th inning, but the Braves have been able to have guys go into that 6th inning.
Braves with that 6-game lead over the Marlins. Marlins coming back down to earth a little bit the last couple of days with losses to the Toronto Blue Jays.
Who would think the Marlins would do that? Sandy Alcantara has probably been their worst pitcher.
Exactly. It's hard to believe. They've won so many one-run games this year. Clemens bounced out back in the 3rd, 0 for 1. Speaking of the Braves pitching, Max Fried has started throwing normal bullpen sessions. No official timetable, but that's another step in his progression.
Said hopefully you see him right at that, maybe right after the All-Star break or something like that, which will be nice. Feel like getting a trade piece and a deadline deal, honestly.
Yeah. The earliest he could return from the 60-day IL, July 5th, but thoughts are that it will be after the All-Star break.
Throw it right by him.
But that is not set in stone.
No, and the good news is the way the team's playing right now, you can bring him along a little slower maybe than, when you're losing, teams feel rushed to get guys like that back. When you're playing the way the Braves are, you can give him an extra start or 2.
1-2 from Elder. Good block by d'Arnaud. 2-2.
Because for him, it's going to be like resetting over. It's not like he's missed 3 weeks and you get a 4 or 5 inning rehab game and boom.
Count stays 2-2 on the Phillies' first baseman. Three strikeouts for Elder, looking for his 4th of the afternoon. Not on that pitch. Seventh pitch of the at bat. Line to right. Acuña's got it. Oohs and ahs from the crowd. They were hoping that would reach the gap. Ronald says no, and they're 2 away.
Even just the routes the outfielders are taking right now, you can tell a little tentative. That ball looked like it really kind of turned towards Ronald there at the end.
Miles per hour off the bat of Cody Clemens. And now Brandon Marsh. He has one of the 2 hits today for Philadelphia. Bryce Elder has made it through 5 innings in 19 consecutive starts. He's trying to make it 20 here today. And he's an out away from doing that. He's not going to do it there as that falls in front of Eddie Rosario. Ozzie late applying the tag there on Bohm. 2 on, 2 out.
That's one there where the wind killed it because that ball died. It was slicing away. Eddie thought he had a good beat on it, which looked like he did. Pretty good throw to second. Scared Bohm a little bit.
Folks at Citizens Bank Park trying to come to life here as the lineup card flips over to Kyle Schwarber. And Travis d'Arnaud is going to go out and talk to Elder. Schwarber so far today 0 for 2. He grounded out in the first. He struck out swinging in the third. What's the best way to attack a hitter like Schwarber, Jeff?
Hell, don't leave it out over the plate. No, but you know, look, he's done a good job today of running 2-seamers off the plate. He got that little weak ground ball to start the game, and I like the back foot sliders, but down. Anything that hangs. You can see he's going to go away with those.
Two on here with 2 out. 1-0 pitch. Gets the call to bottom of the zone on the slider.
See, my thinking is when you see a guy like Schwarber, you know he has huge power. You make a mistake, he can hit it out. But you also look at the other way. He's hitting a $189, so there's places to go to get outs. You just have to execute it.
1-1 pitch. And that one grounded foul. Again with a slider, and it's 1-2. Bohm at second, Marsh at first with a pair of singles. The 1-2 to number 12. And another grounder foul ahead of it.
Like you see, that's his slider, a little low, little end. He's out front turning. Like a pitch here, I don't like. Like I would never want to try to front door a 2-seamer and leave that thing up out over the plate. You either keep coming with that, or you try to run a 2-seamer off the plate.
Did he go? Yes, he did. Could not stop his bat. Bryce Elder strikes him out with a slider. The Phillies strand 2. play. Lowest strikeout rate. Well, the Braves leading the major since June 8th.
Yeah, I think that's the great thing. Look, you know, you look at the Nats, they don't strike out much, but for the Braves not to have that kind of strikeout rate with the power they hit with the runs they're scoring, it's been completely different. Before June 8th, it was 22.8.
And these two guys at the top of the order have been the headliners, Acuna and Ozzie, at putting the bat on the baseball. Ronald had a couple of hits on Tuesday night, but he is 0 for 2 here this afternoon. There's the decrease.
Oh, yeah.
For all the Braves players. And look at Acuna, almost 11% better as far as strikeouts go this year to last year.
It's a big difference.
Huge.
We talk about it all the time.
Down looking.
Yeah, got a backdoor two-seamer with his speed, Brandon. You know, just by putting the ball in play, he's going to give himself a chance so many times. That's a good pitch. That's a pitcher's pitch.
Well, Nola is at 95 pitches, so even though the Braves only have one hit, there's action in the bullpen right now. Ozzie out to left center. This ball, the wind gets a hold of it, and it's off the glove of Marsh. Ozzie makes a turn at second, but will hold up there. That's the first extra base hit of the game.
This is what I was talking about with the wind right there. That's a ball that Schwarber thought was going to keep going, and instead it died right at him. Watch this. He looks at Marsh, kind of gives up. Look, he loses track to the ball, and you see how he kept going the other way. The wind was bringing it back, and that's a long way for Marsh to go. And Braves catch a break. Be a double, but still a ball that should be caught.
So Ozzie with the second hit today for Atlanta, and now the guy who has the other hit for the Braves, Austin Riley, who singled in the fourth, bats here. See if the Braves can get something against Aaron Nola. This is his 98th pitch of the afternoon. Riley fouls it to the right side. Clemens will give it a look, but he'll have no play. Well, we mentioned the streak that Aaron Nola is on. He's been able to get through 6 innings in 12 straight starts. Longest streak in Major League Baseball. Possibly in jeopardy here.
He's also given up, what, a home run in 11 straight contests. So he's trying to break that, too. Trying to keep one going and break one.
RC was about a foot from a homer on a foul ball down the left field line earlier in the ball game. 2-1 grounded foul. Two from Nola. And that misses just a touch high. 3-2. Season high for Nola, 108 pitches. He gets Riley. Tailing inside. And there are 2 away.
Now this is a great pitch right here. You see the two-seamer running in. Austin, of course, seeing it, thinking it's out over the plate, and had good movement. And Nola, of course, with the runner at second here, he wants a chance to get out of this inning, even though the numbers probably don't look in his favor against Marcel.
Marcel homered against him on May 25th. Here he grounds it to third. Bohm across, and Nola gets out of the sixth inning.
All the years missed two of their main guys, two of their three main guys, and they're still able to put up those numbers. And Bryce here, another good one today.
Trey Turner, first pitch, bounced to third. Riley takes it, tosses over to his buddy Matt Olson, one out. If you add in the bullpen, Jeff, the road ERA this year for the Braves, 3.25, is number one in all of Major League Baseball.
Well, remember early on in the year, they couldn't lose on the road, and they were 500 at home. And the last two homestands have kind of changed. Yeah, taking 5 of 6 and 4 of 4.
Yeah, now the Braves 24-15 back at home, 23-11 on the road this year.
Actually, if you look at the big numbers kind of in the NL, the Braves are double what the next person is in run differential in the National League.
Castellanos 0-2. Just the NL East alone, the Braves run differential is plus 100. The Marlins, even though they're over 500, they're minus 18, and the Phillies minus 15.
Yeah.
It's strange. It shows the dominance of these Atlanta Braves. Castellanos on 3 pitches is done. 2 away.
Well, that time it's great. Instead of going back to that slider, throws a changeup, seeing how he's just kind of flailing at the fastball. That's another thing, too. When you've never faced Bryce, and just the way the ball kind of comes out of his hand. So I thought it was such a good move to have him stay on rotation today against this Phillies lineup.
And another battle, Bryce and Bryce here. Harper and Elder. Yeah, Elder's first start ever against the Phillies. He's made 6 starts against Miami, 4 against Washington. He's also faced the Mets, and now he's faced everybody in the NL East after today.
I know what those guys in the Phillies dugout are thinking too. You know, last year all of a sudden Strider came out of nowhere. Now they're facing Elder. Where do you get these guys?
Braves just keep finding them.
I think I don't think Bryce agreed with that strike. What did you say?
Well, it happened on his last Bad too. They got him to 2 strikes and he was frustrated and called timeout. Same thing here. Now the 1-2 pitch. Able to lay off of the slider. 2-2. Bryce still at 86 pitches. Get Harper here. Come back out for the 7th.
Especially with 2 out of the next 3 being righties too, with Real Muto and Baum.
And once again, he lays off that slider, and the count runs full. There is Real Muto waiting for an opportunity next. Travis d'Arnaud.
Ooh, just in time, man. It was 1 second. Good job by Travis realizing I got to get out there.
Veteran catcher.
Love how the crowd too notices it. You know, now they understand the pitch clock. Little groan.
Pitch clock resets, and here's a 3-2. This is outside, and it is a walk to Bryce Harper. So 1 on 2 out, and Real Muto will bat here in the 6th. Here's a quick message from Alpha Insurance.
Hit a home run on your insurance needs with Alpha.
Well, that pitch clock's moving quickly there. Bryce realized it and does throw a strike at the knees. 0-1.
They had to start that quicker than they were supposed to, I think, on that one with him walking.
Thankfully, Bryce was able to pick up on it. Popped right side. The wind has been troublesome, but no problem for Matt Olson. That's a big 3rd out. Bryce Elder's at 90 pitches through 6 innings, and he's throwing a shutout.
Field for your Xfinity game break where the Red Sox are visiting, but Byron Buxton, my goodness gracious. 2 hits on the day, both of them big flies. This one a solo shot in the bottom of the 3rd to put them up 5-0. They currently lead 6-0 in the middle of the 6th.
Well, I tell you, BG, when you look at the schedule for the Braves coming up, They're going to have a tough little finish here to the All-Star break. You know, the Reds, as you said, I imagine that play's going to be rocking this weekend the way they're playing. Yeah, Twins and Guardians, I know they're under 500, but they're both still very good. And, of course, the Marlins, they just want to beat the Braves one time. And, of course, finishing, that's going to be going for the break down there. Two best teams in baseball going at it. Be fun before the break.
It's going to be a lot of fun. That series in Cincinnati, you said it, is going to be loud. They've really turned a corner, have the Cincinnati Reds. So Gregory Soto is in here, 33rd appearance of the season as he replaces Aaron Nola, who threw 6 scoreless. Hard throwing Gregory Soto will face Matt Olson to start things off. And he fires that one inside at 98 miles an hour. Matt Olson flew out and walked so far here in this one. Let's take a look at our Georgia Natural Gas Green Life impact player. It is Matt Olson. The good news is against fastballs, he's had a lot of success this year.
Yeah, he has. And again, you said it, 8 home runs in 14 career games here at the bank.
No homer here. Boy, he hit that hard. Turner spinning out of the way as he took it in his mitt. 1 out.
That was one of those, look what I found in your glove. Matt absolutely smoked that ball off the bat. 110 off the bat. You can see he just kind of snagged it. You know, real quick to finish the other inning, though, on Bryce Elder, just while it's on my mind, what I love, too, is the maturity. It's a 0-0 game like this. You're getting the feeling that it's going to be a mistake. One way or the other is going to win this ball game. He didn't give in to Harper. 3-2. I'm not just giving you a cookie to hit out of here. He walked him, went to real Muto, 2 pitches, got the out. I love seeing a guy like that. Who cares if you walk him?
So 5 hits combined between these two teams. 2 for the Braves, 3 for the Phillies. As we told you, Bryce at 90 pitches, so we'll see him in the bottom of the 7th as well. Braves bullpen quiet.
Good trip for Bryce. Little golf on Monday. Beautiful outing here.
Downstairs, so Travis d'Arnaud earns a 4-pitch walk. 1-on-1 out. Stay tuned for the stretch presented by Georgia Natural Gas coming up after the top of the 7th. Well, Eddie Rosario, the scheduled hitter, but that one gets by Real Muto. So d'Arnaud is going to trot into scoring position here.
It's like he was setting for that up, down, and in. Well, you usually see JT catch.
Pass ball. 1-0. That one gets away. A ball and a strike. Braves winning here 4-2 on Tuesday. Yesterday we sat in the rain for a couple of hours and then they called the contest a little after 9 o'clock, setting up a doubleheader for later in September. But here it's been all about the pitching so far this afternoon. One-two. Pilar grounds it to third. Bohm with a long throw. And Pilar runs well, but he is out by a step. 2 away.
Well, Arcia seems to be able to come up with a big hit numerous times this year. See if he can do another. Good news now is with two outs, Darno's going to have a little bit bigger lead at second there, where hopefully the ball hits the outfield, he can score.
Soto kicks and fires. 102 that time. May have missed in, but he got the call from Ramon de Jesus. Maybe it was going so quick he couldn't see it.
Well, 102 in, you swing at that bat, or you swing at that ball, your bat's getting shattered.
Second time the Braves have had a runner in scoring position. Last inning, Ozzie was out at second base. Well, the Braves also had Riley at second base in the fourth, but haven't been able to get anybody over to third yet in this game. And the same thing with the Phillies. And what's this about?
It's like an injury or something.
Saying his hand's bothering him. Athletic trainer out there to look at Gregory Soto.
Maybe a blister or something.
Oh, yeah.
Looked like he kept saying, "I'm fine, I'm fine." They're going to watch him throw a pitch here. Yeah, he says he's good.
They wiped off his forearm. See that?
Yeah.
Is he bleeding? He's got some guns, I'll give him that.
So,
it's not doing the workouts me and you are doing.
no. Well, there were 12 people on the mound there at one point between the entire infield staff.
And then the home plate umpire wipes your arm off.
And now after all of that, a 2-1 pitch here to Orlando Arcia. 2-2. Took something off there with a slider.
That was a good pitch, because if you're Orlando, you get a first pitch fastball, then two off speed in a row, so it's 2-1. You're trying to cheat a little bit. Get ready on that fastball, and he threw him a good slider.
Braves 0 for 8 with runners on today. Let's see if they can change that. They cannot. 101 on the fastball from Soto. Arcia and the Braves are down in the 7th, and we head to the stretch. 6 innings without allowing a run. Bryce Elder is now responsible for 5 of those 10 outings. And that is how he's number 2 in the National League in earned run average. Strider's done it 3 times, Fried once, and then Charlie Morton once. A ball and 2 strikes here to Bryson Stott.
See if he can get through this inning, and maybe they can put a run up and get him in line for a 1-man.
Minter getting warm. Good start to the inning. He strikes out Stott at the top of the zone.
I think that's nice too is, you know, Bryce lives down so much that when he does get it up in the zone like that, I think guys think it's a good pitch and they go on it.
Did you see Bryce's face? It was like, ooh, I got away with one there.
Yeah, but that was almost too high where I don't know how you stay on top of it.
And now Bohm. Ground ball to short. 2 away. Here's a quick message from Truist.
You were my mother and father's banker. You became my banker, and now you're her banker.
So unbelievable because I'm just 20 years old.
It'll be the 20-year-old A.J. Smith-Shawver getting the start tomorrow night in Cincinnati. But right now it's Bryce Elder dealing a gem here in Philadelphia.
God, he's painting edges too. God, he's painting edges too. That's the thing. When he's missed, it hasn't been way off, and giving the umpire every reason to call it.
97th pitch of the afternoon. 1 ball, 1 strike to Clemens.
Bryce deserves a big cheesesteak after this game.
Yes, he does. Maybe 2 of them.
Double up.
Double up. A ball and 2 strikes. Longest outing for Bryce this year, 7 1/3, May 30th out at Oakland. This would be the 3rd time he's gone 7 innings this season. If he can get 1 more out, and it looks like he's going to do it right here. 7 strong for Bryce Elder. A 9-pitch, bottom of the 7th. Bryce Elder was red hot today. My goodness, 7 innings of scoreless 3-hit ball against this Phillies lineup. Problem is the offense hasn't been able to provide anything for the Braves. We'll see if they can get to Jose Alvarado. Jeff, this is another hard-throwing lefty.
And you see something he's improved on huge this year. Only 4 walks. His issue was the ability to get wild, and he has struck out hitters at a 43% clip this year. Coming with that electric fastball.
Michael Harris is first batter that he faces, and he gets a call on the inside corner. Yeah, the walk rate for Jose Alvarado from 2019 to 2021 was the highest walk rate in the majors for a reliever. He has totally flipped the script on that.
Well, and guys would face him. That was the approach. Get up there and let him kind of sink himself. He'd at least get you a couple walks to get some guys on in traffic, but he has not done that recently.
Harris hard the other way, down the left field line. Makes the turn at first. Sliding head first, a double for Michael Harris to start the 8th inning.
Let me tell you, lefty on lefty, Michael does not want to redo that at bat over. And great job, though. Look, you got jammed, but you know you got a lot of room over there. And this was hit soft enough that you kind of knew off the bat for him double.
Michael Harris continues to hit the ball so much better over these last 14 games. And now to the top of the order, Ronald Acuna. And that is perfect to right. Castellanos is back. He's got it, but it gets the runner to third base with 1 out.
Well, productive out. Usually that ball's a home run here if there's probably no wind or close to it. And now you bring Ozzie up from the side that you love, at least putting the ball in play.
Ozzie Albies hitting .410 against lefties. The lefty Alvarado will deal as the infield comes in here for the Phillies in a scoreless game. Ozzie swings and misses.
94-mile-per-hour cutter.
First time today that either team has had a runner at third base. Ozzie ground ball, diving stop by Turner though. And Harris stays at third with 2 outs.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that ball almost snuck past Turner. The hard thing is, Michael obviously was told right there to let it get through the infield with Riley coming up. And that's tough because if that's a ball that you're going on contact, he would have scored, but you're either going or you're not.
Now meeting on the mound here before they face Austin Riley. Atlanta 0 for 7 today with runners in scoring position after that ground out.
I would think this is more of who do you want to face. Because I don't think you want to try to pitch around. If you didn't want to face Riley, you could have, just put him on. You don't really, because Alvarado, if he bounces that cutter or something like that, you got a guy at third. So I think it's, do you want to face Riley or do you want to face Ozuna?
They will deal to Austin Riley, who's 1 for 3. Riley takes the 100-mile-per-hour heater downstairs. Michael Harris 90 feet away, but there are 2 outs here in the 8th. Good block by Real Muto, 2-0. And they're going to put him on. I was wondering if they would do that now at 2-0. They're not going to risk it, so Riley goes down to first. But again, it's pick your poison because Marcell Ozuna's had a lot of success against the Phillies. And you got a lefty that throws hard, and Marcell Ozuna, and he's done a lot of damage against fastballs as of late. Marcell Ozuna sitting at 30 runs driven in. If he can tick that up to 31, it would be a big one. Ground ball to the left side. Stopped by Turner. Stopped by Turner. Trey Turner made 2 really good plays here in the 8th to keep this a scoreless game.
Yeah, Kelly's last 12 appearances, .84. And again, I'll say this, you're seeing the velocity back up, Brandon, and you're seeing that cutter to me have more movement. And
in that 7th inning that he pitched the other night, he struck out Brandon Marsh. So instead of Marsh, they're going to bring in a former Brave here, Christian Pache, to bat. First time we've seen him in this series. And first pitch swinging and fouling it off. Christian just came back from the IL. He returned Friday, June 16th from a torn meniscus that required surgery. And he's quickly down here. No balls and 2 strikes. There's a brief stint with the Braves. He only had 24 games, 72 plate appearances between the 20 and 21 seasons.
You know, I know AJ's never going to make excuses, Brandon, but I think when Iglesias was out early in the year, too, he was depended on a lot of situations where he was warming up coming into game, and I think you've just seen him again fresh. Really the whole bullpen.
Yeah, bullpen, especially in this stretch where the Braves have won 14 of 16, has been solid, to say the least. AJ's 2-2 pitch. Struck him out. Fastball at 97. And there's one away in the bottom of the 8th.
You know, for a while we were seeing 94, 95, and that's the difference. Just that 2-3 miles per hour. When you have that, guys are late. Guys have to cheat.
It was in the 7th inning against Minter on Tuesday night that Schwarber surprisingly tried to lay down a bunt, and he bunted it right back to Minter for the 3rd out.
I don't think he's probably going to do that here.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see a sequel.
Not the 0-0 game.
Only 5 hits between the two teams.
Here's the pitching line for the Braves. Bryce Elder. Elder pitched 7 innings. 3 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks.
Craig Kimbrell, familiar face in the bullpen, getting loose. Down the left field line, but foul by a couple of feet.
Thought Schwarber was just about to return the favor on what Harris did against the tough lefty. That one just sliced on him.
Kyle Schwarber's 2nd year in Philly. Last year he led the National League with 46 homers. He has 20 of them so far this season. He's down here, a ball and 2 strikes. 2-2. Minter deals, and he struck him out. What a great pitch by A.J. Minter. Schwarber didn't like the call, but that was a strike.
Well, he got caught looking for that cutter away, and he just paints that thing. I mean, that's right on the corner. I think more than anything, Schwarber's saying, I can't do anything with that pitch. And that's how you kind of feel.
Back-to-back strikeouts for A.J. Minter. Now he deals to Trey Turner. Turner, a couple of nice defensive plays in the top of this inning to keep the game scoreless.
And really, in that last one with Azuna, it was a good stop, but that's a tough throw all the way across as you kind of come from your knee.
Inside. Well, he was hit earlier in the game in the 1st inning. Almost got hit there. One and 2 on the changeup.
Now that's the thing. Now AJ's gone first pitch fastball away, back foot cutter, and now the changeup. So it's great. He's got him guessing right now.
Minter trying to send us to the 9th, and he does. Went back to the changeup again, strikes out Trey Turner. He strikes out the side.
5 hours.
The numbers 28 innings, obviously coming with that fastball and slider combo that's been so good, or knuckle curve, but this tight game right here, we say it might be a difference of one pitch. We see Poche goes to the center, back to pitch in for Marsh.
Matt Olson, the first man that Craig Kimbrell will face. Olson is 0 for 2. He walked back in the fourth. It has been all about the pitchers. Nola went 6 for Philadelphia. Elder went 7 for Atlanta. The bullpens have held up their end of the bargain so far. Check down, he went. 1-1. Only one runner in this game has gotten past second base, and that was in the top of the 8th when the Braves had Harris at third, but could not bring him in. Win again, 1-2. And Matt's going to take his time out.
Sometimes when you play in this park like that, you get a little home run or pull happy, and you see him trying to get started a little bit early, and he's chased a couple outside of the zone.
Kimbrell's 1-2 pitch. Misses outside with a four-seam fastball. When he got that 400 save in Atlanta back in May, he became the 8th member of the 400 save club. Olson sends this down the left field line, but it's going to go foul.
And we had, what, 2 guys in the span of about 3 weeks get their 400 save?
Yeah, Kenley Jansen. He did it on May 11th, and then Kimbrell did it on the 26th.
Yeah.
I mean, what are the odds of that?
And both guys, obviously Kimbrell a lot longer, but both guys have pitched with the Braves.
Yeah. Olson ahead of it. Hit it hard. Stays 2-2.
That's the one you wanted. That's the knuckle curve that stays up in the zone. Just out in front.
108 miles per hour off the bat, but just a foul ball.
Oh, yeah.
Got him on the outside corner. Ramon DeJesus giving the call to Kimbrell. 1 out.
Kind of like that Schwarber one right here. Yeah, that's probably a little bit off. Mentor's a little bit better, but it's as a hitter, it's a pitch you can't do anything with. You happen to get the call on him.
Now d'Arnaud. First pitch to Travis, misses a little high. 1-0. Sean Murphy has actually grabbed a bat and moved into the on-deck circle for the Braves.
I guess like anything, if you hit a home run, you can kind of walk around the bases, right?
They're trying to come back from that hamstring tweak during the Colorado series. When he doubled off the center field, or singled off the center field wall, would have been a double, but he came up lame at first base. d'Arnaud sends one back over our heads. 1-2. But regardless, I mean, that's just a great sign, obviously, that Sean is in the on-deck circle.
Well, we saw him doing some stuff this morning and looked like he felt a lot better, so.
Oh, my. Travis d'Arnaud just got called out on a pitch clock violation. Wow. And that is the second out here in the top of the 9th. Supposed to be in and ready at the 8-second mark.
What the heck is he? That's That's the dumbest rule I've ever seen.
Well, and this is where that's subjective. The part of it, was he ready? To me, he's in there in the box.
Who cares?
Kimbrel wasn't ready to throw the pitch. That's a tough break. And now here is Sean Murphy reappearing from the hamstring tweak for the first time.
That's the rule I think this offseason that they're going to have to try to adjust. I mean, that's ridiculous to call a guy out like that. That's also when you want to tell the umpire, calm down.
But Ramon DeJesus sending Darno back to the dugout. Now an 0-1 to Murphy, and it's 0-2.
It's like that strict substitute you get. You're like, look, relax, all right?
Just put on a movie.
You're here for a day.
Oh-2 pitch, and Murphy able to lay off of that knuckle curve. There has not been a lot of noise today at Citizens Bank Park with the lack of offense, but crowd is engaged here in the top of the ninth.
Yeah, I was going to say, if he's going to call that, call the other.
And there you go. Violation on Kimbrel, and it's 2-2. Two down, 2-2 pitch. Called strike. We go to the bottom of the ninth. We've had 6 straight strikeouts in this game. Fitting as it's 0-0 as we head to the bottom of the ninth. And Bryce Elder will now come in for the Braves to face Castellanos, Harper, and Real Muto.
Yeah, pitched here the other night in Philly and gave up that 1 run on 2 hits.
Sam Hilliard stays in the game. He's out in left field, or doesn't stay in the game. He comes in because Murphy pinch hit. So it's the first time, though, that Sam Hilliard has been in the field since May 25th.
Almost a full month.
He's been a pinch runner 5 times in June, but has not been in the outfield.
And for the Phillies, they've got the 3 guys they probably want up to end it with 1 swing of the bat. 3, 4, 5. We had both Minter and Kimbrel coming in and striking out the side.
Now Iglesias will try to keep these Philly bats at bay. Good bats at bay. Good start there to Castellanos with a slider. Castellanos 0 for 3. Same pitch, same result.
Well, what do you say? Go right back there?
I don't see why not. Make sure you don't hang it, right? 0-2 pitch. Now he's able to get a piece of it. Stays 0-2. Coming into this series, Castellanos was hitting over 400 this month, raising his average above 300 on the season. Oh, that did not miss by much.
Not much different than the Murphy or Olsen pitch. That's for sure.
Well, he got him there. It doesn't matter. And we've had 7 straight strikeouts in this game.
Well, good pitch after that fastball. Comes back here and dials up a changeup. Gets him out front. Good location.
And now Bryce Harper. Iglesias deals to the 2-time NL MVP, and it's a 95-mile-per-hour fastball that looked pretty good. They say it's low, 1-0. And now 2-0.
Now you can see the career at the bottom off Iglesias. 4 for 6 with 3 home runs.
I don't want to see it.
A walk ain't a horrible outcome right here.
2-1. Change up.
If you can locate it there every time, it's a great pitch.
Now 3 balls and a strike. Real Muto on deck. Three and 2. Change up again.
Well, this to me, if you can throw another change up like that, a little down, tailing away, it's a good pitch. There's a hitter right here. Bryce going to want to end the game.
Iglesias deals out to right center. Harris over there. He's got it. Two outs in the bottom of the ninth. That was scorched 109 miles per hour off the bat.
Comeback.
So he battles back to get Harper. Now Real Muto, who's 0 for 3. Each team, no runs on 3 hits and no errors. Downstairs 1-0. Marte is in the top of the 10th. 0-0 here as we go to extras.
Well, again, you didn't have 0-0 going into the 10th today.
No, I don't think anybody saw this coming. No, I don't think anybody saw this coming, regardless of the pitchers. But Nola and Elder both pitched gems, and now the bullpens have been good. But Philadelphia pitched Soto in the 7th, Alvarado in the 8th, Kimbrel in the 9th, and now Marte coming on here in the 10th.
Yeah, Sunday at Oakland got his first save of his career, pitched a perfect 9th inning. Struck out all 3 batters, actually, to get his first save. So the bullpens have done a great job after Nola and Elder both threw good ball games.
5th time this year that the Braves have gone into extras, and it'll be Sam Hilliard. This works out well with his speed, who will be the runner at second base. Last time the Braves went to extras was in Detroit on June the 12th. Orlando Arcia will lead things off here for Atlanta.
Let's hope this one ends better than that one.
Yes. That was when Detroit came from behind in the 9th and won it 6-5. Well, this will get the runner over as Clemens steps on the first base bag. Hilliard to third.
Well, great job by Arcia. You could tell he kind of sold himself out right there. And got Hilliard over to third. Look, in this type of thing, everybody always tries to get, we got to get 2 runs or something like that. When you're visiting team, even getting that 1 run puts so much pressure on the other side to have to tie it up.
Infield comes in here. There's a strike to Michael Harris, who had the double down the left field line to the 8th, but he got stranded at third base. Braves with a 7-game win streak here on the line in Philadelphia. Ground ball, and it's through. We've got our first run of the game. Atlanta takes the lead at the top of the 10th.
Awesome.
Well, great job by Michael. We saw the double off Alvarado to left field, and now realizing the shifts on a little bit in the infield. Look where Turner's playing. He's got a big open hole there and just shoots it.
The only one that was there was Alex Mackey. The umpire. He gets out of the way, and it's 1-0 Braves, and now Ronald Acuna.
Now, too, with Michael at first, you got the speed part of the order up here to try to maybe tack on another one.
And Marte misses inside. It's a guy who's been up and down from the minors this year. He was actually demoted to the minors last week and then recalled a few days later when they had to put Sir Anthony Dominguez on the IL. And the Braves getting the run in. Let's see if they can get more off of this reliever. Big swing from Ronald Acuna.
It's just crossing my mind when 4 relievers have come in now. It shows you how just different baseball is with velocity. That Craig Kimbrell kind of looks like a soft tossing righty out there compared to these guys.
Yeah, Soto, Alvarado, and Marte all throwing up around 100. Runner goes, and it came out of the hands of. Real Muto, and that allows Michael Harris to take second base.
Love that. Even with Real Muto, good arm back there, took a chance, got a good jump, and now base hit gets you that big second run.
Would have been a good pitch for the catcher to throw down to second on. Outside, 3-1. Ozzie waits next. Ronald is 0 for 4. And he fouls it out of play.
100. That's 3 out of 4 guys now